Hey everyone, Pastor KP here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Free Doulas TV. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Hit the notification bell so you know when I've posted something. Just bringing you some information here on the church side. I know a lot of times when we are facing certain things, we always want to know what the Adventist Church has to say. So we're dealing with COVID-19 and we're dealing with the vaccinations right now. You know, the Adventist Church is big on health, right? But a lot of people are always asking, what do we have to say about the whole immunization, or sorry, COVID-19 vaccines? I'll give you what it says, but yeah, I don't. Once you hear it, you'll notice that they're not saying anything specific about vaccination. They put it in an immunization category. It says, the Seventh-day Adventist Church places strong emphasis on health and well-being. The Adventist health emphasis is based on biblical revelation, the inspired writing of Ellen White, and on peer-reviewed scientific literature. As such, we encourage responsible immunization/vaccination and have no religious or faith-based reason not to encourage our adherents to responsibly participate in protective and preventative immunization programs. We value the health and safety of the population, which includes the maintenance of herd immunity. Of course, I hear herd immunity being thrown around quite a bit in terms of managing this whole virus. It continues by saying, we are not the conscience of the individual church member. Good to hear. And recognize individual choices. These are exercised by the individual. The choice not to be immunized is not and should not be seen as the dogma nor the doctrine of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Okay? Choice not to be immunized. Okay, because and one of the reasons why I'm doing that too is because I saw an Adventist professor. He posted this, and he has been vocal on social media, specifically Facebook, saying that he's going to get the shot, and his wife is a doctor and all these different things. And of course, I have some reservations about it, but I will just put what our church says when it comes to the vaccinations. So we're looking at now another article here. This is a big day. COVID-19 vaccine arrives at AdventHealth Central Florida. Hello. The first shipment of 20,000 doses of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine was delivered to Adventist Health Central Florida in Orlando on Tuesday. Adventist Health Orlando is one of the 5 hospitals in Florida chosen to receive and store the first shipment. The article says the first dose will be given to healthcare workers at the greatest risk for exposure, meaning those who work in ICUs, COVID-19 units, and emergency rooms. It will not be limited to nurses and doctors, but will include those who work in those spaces cleaning and delivering meals. Very broad, very broad. Dr. Neil Finkler stressed that the vaccine was vetted not just by the FDA, but also by a team at AdventHealth. Okay. He said it is critical people know the vaccine doesn't give you COVID-19, nor does it contain the virus. Thousands will get the vaccine, which will be administered starting Wednesday. So that's today, I guess. At the Orlando Celebration campuses, AdventHealth is using 9,400 of the doses, while the rest will go to Orlando Health and Nemours to use. So that's that in terms of COVID vaccine is at one of our health systems, okay? And that's fine if they want to do that. I'm not necessarily in agreement, but Orlando here. So this is Orlando again. This is a big day. Thousands of AdventHealth employees sign up to receive first shipment of COVID-19 vaccines. All right, a lot of folks rushing to get it. Several thousand AdventHealth employees have signed to receive the first batch of C-19 vaccines. On Tuesday, the hospital received 20,000 doses of Pfizer vaccine, the hospital system said. Well, okay. So I'll put this in the description box. You can catch it for yourself. You know, in terms of what they're saying. So our health system, once again, getting that vaccine. There is another article that I want to point out here, and this one I definitely don't. I'm not necessarily into. AdventHealth begins recruiting participants for phase 3 COVID-19 investigation vaccine clinical trial. Okay, I hear you on that, but I'll tell you the part. It says here, AdventHealth will be testing a testing site for the Janssen Pharmaceutical Companies of Johnson & Johnson phase 3 clinical research study. Ensemble trial to evaluate the safety and efficacy of Janssen's investigational COVID-19 vaccine candidate, also known as AD26COV2.S. Anything to do with Johnson & Johnson, I'm very suspect. Phase 3 randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial is designed to evaluate the safety and efficacy of a single vaccine dose of the Janssen COVID-19 vaccine candidate versus placebo. One of the reasons why I'm saying that is simply because when it comes to Johnson & Johnson and a lot of the pharmaceutical companies, a lot of people are rushing to crown them as humanitarians and those who work for these companies are all looking out for the best interest of people. Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna, all guilty of some atrocities against human beings. And it's just interesting that when it comes to this vaccine, we're ready to just stick out our arms and give them everything, and we don't question things. I'm not into them. They're still selling their baby powder with talc in it, right? Baby powder with asbestos in it. This is the kind of company that we're dealing with, so that's why I'm not into them. Yeah, they may do some good, or they have done some good, but the terrible things that they perpetuate, I'm not into it. So just voicing my concern when it comes to how we team up with people, or even if they're just using our facilities as it says here. I'll drop it all in the description box. Just read for yourself, come to your own conclusions. I'm just sharing the information. All right. Take care of yourself. Remember, only what you do for Christ will last.